Hey guys, it's Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be trying out the Rare Beauty eyeshadow palette. So this palette is the Magnetic Spirit palette, and I'm super excited to try this out. This is Selena Gomez's new makeup line. I'm super excited to try out this palette today and see how it works and the quality of it, and then I'll kind of give you guys my review of it. So yeah, let's get started. So this is the packaging of this palette. There are other palettes, but this is the one that I got. Again, it's the Magnetic Spirit palette. The packaging of it is really pretty, and I think it's like a really nice compact small eyeshadow palette. The back of the palette shows the names of the different colors, and on the inside this is what the palette looks like. It has a large mirror on the top, which is nice. These are the shades. These shades are absolutely gorgeous. This palette is really great for fall, I feel like, because of the purples and then kind of like the orangey tones. They're all like chromatic shades, so there's no mattes in here. I will swatch these though for you guys so you guys can kind of see how they look and we can kind of see how the formula is. So I'm going to start from the left side over here, and this shade feels super creamy. You guys can see how pigmented that is. Like this chromatic purpley shade. It's really highly pigmented. I think it's getting kind of washed out on camera, but it's super pigmented and easy to apply. I'm gonna go into the shade right next to that. Look at how pigmented that shade is. That's so nice. Going into this purpley color. Again, extremely pigmented. Like, look at that color payoff. That is so good. Wow, these shades are gorgeous. Next up, I'm gonna go into this color right here. So that's the shade right there. Obviously, it just kind of blends into my skin tone a little bit more, but you can see it, and you would definitely be able to see it on the eyes. Using this orangey shimmery color. Look at how pigmented. And then finally, the last shade. So those are the 6 shades in the palette. Every single one of them is so unbelievably pigmented. I'm actually gonna go wash my hands because like I'm gonna get this all over everything if I continue this video without washing my hands. The shades in here are so pigmented. I'm really impressed and even more excited to try them out on the eyes now. But I'm really happy with them, and I can't wait to see the look that we create with this. Like this shade right here has like these gold undertones in it. Like these like gold shimmers in it. It's so pretty. To start out, before we apply any of these shades to the eye, I'm going to start out by using this NYX Full Coverage Concealer, as I always do, on a flat concealer brush and just prime my lids. And as far as face makeup, I just did my brows and I applied some concealer and foundation, but we'll do the rest of the face later in the video. So because there aren't any matte shades in this palette, I do want to use some matte shades just to set the concealer and to kind of act as a transition before we apply any of these gorgeous eyeshadow colors. So to do that, I'm using this Smashbox matte eyeshadow palette. Looks like this. You can use any matte neutral shades that you have from any palette that you own. I'm just going to use this shade right here, which is the shade Work It, using a Real Techniques base eyeshadow brush. And I'm just going to place this all over the crease. I'm going to use the shade Publisher right next to it and just deepen up that crease. Using a Morphe M166 brush, which is just a flat eyeshadow brush, I'm going to use the shade Ignite, and I'm just going to place this all over the lid. Bring this right up to the crease line. I'm really focusing it more towards the center and inner corner of the lid, and then I think we're going to add some of that purple shade to the outer half of the lid. And like I said, now I'm going into this purple shade, and I'm just placing that on the outer half of the lid. Now I'm going back into that Smashbox palette that we were using earlier, and I'm using shade Angles, which is this deeper brown shade, and I'm just going to place this on the outer corner and drag it into the crease. And I'm going back into the shade Ignite and reapplying that all over the lid. I'm using a different flat eyeshadow brush. I'm going into the shade Blaze and placing that on the inner quarter part of the lid. And then using this white shimmery shade on a Morphe M431 brush, is a pencil brush. I'm just placing this on the inner corners and brow bone. And now using a Morphe M433 brush, I'm going back into my Smashbox palette and I'm using this brown shade. And I'm going to place this along my lower lash line. So now I'm going to add a wing to this look. So I'm using some Tarte black liquid liner and I'm just going to draw a line across my upper lash line and flick it out to create a wing. Now I'm just using a black pencil liner and lining my waterline. Now to finish up the eyes, I'm going to add some Kiss Flirty lashes and pop these on using some Duo eyelash glue. And then I'm also going to add some mascara to my top and bottom lashes. So now I'm going to finish up my face makeup. I'm going to use some Hoola bronzer from Benefit. I'm just going to apply some contour. I'm going to use this Rare Beauty liquid blush, which is in the shade Bliss. And I'm just going to apply this to the apples of my cheeks. Using my fingers and tapping this out. That's actually really nice. A little bit clearly goes a long way with this. And it's matte, so that's really nice. And it doesn't seem to be messing up like the makeup that I have already underneath, like my foundation or anything. But I'm just going to use my beauty blender and just sort of tap this out. I think this is one of the better cream blushes that I've actually ever used, just because of how effortlessly it blends in. I'm just going to bake my face with some translucent powder, and today I'm using the Kylie Cosmetics translucent powder. Now that I have all this baking powder laid down and I let it sit for a little bit, I'm just going to dust this off. I'm using a Morphe E48 brush. For my highlighter, I'm using the Kylie Cosmetics loose highlighter in the shade Santorini, and I'm going to apply this to my cheekbones, the bridge of my nose, and my cupid's bow. Now that the face is all done, I'm going to use this NYX Natural Lip Pencil and slightly overline my lips. And I'm topping that off with this Rare Beauty lipstick, and this is in the shade Thankful. It's actually like a lip balm, so it actually is super comfortable and feels really moisturizing. So this is the finished look. So I'm really happy with this Rare Beauty eyeshadow palette. I think that the look that we were able to create today is so pretty, and I'm extremely impressed with the quality of the eyeshadows. I think that the shades in here are so pigmented, so creamy, extremely easy to apply, and yeah, I'm just really happy with it. I'll definitely be using it again. And yeah, so I hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Hit the bell button to turn on your post notifications so you're notified when I upload a new video. And also let me know down below in the comments section if you guys tried out any products from the Rare Beauty line. You guys can also find me on Instagram at Victoria Costanz and on Twitter at Vic Costanz, so be sure to go follow me on there, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!